What's going on, everybody? So let's talk about today's session. I hope you guys all had a good trading day today. So before we get into talking about that was the end of the run, what a horrible day in the market, everything was down, so forth and so forth. We have to just really take a step back. If you haven't been trading for that long of a time, and I mean, under a year, 2 years, and even myself, I've only been trading for 5 years. Still on the big grand scheme of things, I've been trading in, predominantly a bull market. So, with that being said, I do have a little bit of screen time to where I have seen a little bit of these distribution cycles. I have seen these pullbacks. I have seen corrections. And today is none of that. This is a very healthy rest day. If you don't know what a rest day is, anytime stocks are going trending 1, 2, 3 days higher, coming off of a bottom, typically, stocks are not just going to go straight up. And if we take a look at the tape here on the triple Qs, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive days coming off of the 100 simple moving average. Realistically, the bottom of the channel. When we really lost that 50-day moving average, that bottom channel, and tested that 100, that was the conversation below 377. Is this market going to have sort of a bigger correction? Are we going to go into possibly a bear market? And lo and behold, 5 days of just straight rally. So today is to be expected. If we take a look at the green line on my chart here, I know I got a lot of lines, but this green line here is the rising 5-day moving average on the daily time frame. That now is correlating with this upper linear regression channel here, that price being about 397. So this is going to be our hard support here between 398, 397. If we look at this $401.21 area, this was our previous resistance. So yesterday, when we finally broke out of this, this is extremely bullish going into 2022. We have been consolidating. Every time we've kind of come up into this range, we've been rejected. Came in once, got rejected. We did break out here, had a little bit of a blow off top, false breakout, came crashing all the way down to the 50-day moving average. Tested it 1, 2 more times here, came all the way back down, lost this 50-day moving average, and then that's when we lost that channel and tested that 100. And then we just had this very strong rally. So with that being said, there's only a couple days left of this week and of 2021. We are going to get into 2022. There's going to be a lot of traders checking out. And when I mean checking out, that means, they're going to be going on vacation. They're going to be enjoying the holidays. Like this last weekend here in the trading week is not going to be, at least for me, is not going to be super exciting. Can we catch a trade? Of course. Can we catch a bounce? Yes. But are we going to look for those big moves like we had the last 2 to 3 days? Probably not, and that's completely okay. And all we're doing is setting up going into 2022. So with that being said, if you have any long positions, maybe you bounce something. If you bounce something, like for me personally, I am holding NVIDIA. Got into that bounce around that $300 area. Currently after hours, it's sitting at around 304. I'm just looking to sell out of that on any green move tomorrow, looking to get cash flow. If that was to lose that $300 level, I'd be getting out of that trade, just kind of breaking even on that. But any green open or gap up or any push off of the bell, I'm just going to look to sell into that and then kind of just reassess and reevaluate. So if we do look at the triple Qs here, what we did confirm that 401.21. We did put in a high of around 404. Close to 405 before we started to sell off here. So if we were to come back down, and you can see this previous area that was acting as resistance, what I would like to see here is the triple Q sort of turn this into support. Does that mean we're not going to go any lower? Of course not. We can completely come down all the way down to 396, 397, and then bounce off. And then once we reclaim this 400, 401 again, that's probably going to be our next rally. If we do just kind of flag around here between 400 and 402 for the next few trading sessions, go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go down, completely healthy as well. So I just want you guys to be very patient and just try to take a look at the bigger picture when you're really looking at stocks to trade. There's a lot of things that are still red. So if you are trading small caps, you're trading, some of the financials, you're trading anything other than big tech, other than the triple Q stocks, those stocks have been having a lot of problems, realistically in their own bear market. The money flow is just not there. A lot of those stocks are being heavily shorted, but not because they don't believe in the company, but it's more so because they had such big run-ups from 2020 and 2021 that those is like a safe hedge. So if the market was to crash, not crash, but have a correction, or we were to roll over, right? That's going to be your safest bet where, people are going to be outflowing money on those particular stocks. So that's why hedge funds, institutions, big traders are just parking their money on the short side so they don't get their face ripped off by some of the bigger tech stocks and some of these big mega caps. But if you're looking to trade long, you're looking to trade bounces, definitely focus on the triple Qs, definitely focus on the semiconductors, the strong stocks like Apple, strong stocks like NVIDIA, AMD. What else has been strong? I mean, Amazon had a little bit of selling pressure the last few weeks, did find a little bit of stabilization. Facebook has been very, very strong. Microsoft has been very, very strong. Those are the stocks that you kind of want to focus on. And when you do have these down days, those are the stocks that you want to bounce into that rising 1 hour support, either the 5-day moving average, the 10-day, and my personal favorite, that 20 SMA. Anything on an hourly time frame that kind of comes into that 20 SMA, I really love to bounce. If we just take a look at, the bounce play that I did on NVIDIA today. So if I go to the hourly time frame here, and we look at yesterday's Monday, we had that big explosion through this upper channel, then kind of just, algo buying was on, ran all the way up to a price of $314.96. We were seeing a ton of this this option flow coming in for 315 Friday's expirations. Lo and behold, pre-market here, we did get all the way up here to this 315 before we kind of just drifted sideways and then had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours worth of selling before we kind of had this, support down here at the 50 SMA here. So normally, typically, this purple line here was the 20 SMA is where I like to find my bounces on the 1 hour time frame. As soon as we cracked below, you can see we immediately reclaimed that. However, selling pressure was just a little bit too much, right around 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, flush down. So the next area that I was really looking at that was going to be a hard level of support was going to be this 50 SMA. You can see we came down here, tagged it 1 time, 2 times, bounced, 3 times, lost it, reclaimed it, and then we started to trickle up higher. So what I'm really looking for going into tomorrow is if NVIDIA can get over this 305.67, that's going to be reclaiming the 1 hour 20 SMA. Love playing the 20 SMA here. If we do get any pop over this, I'm going to be looking to sell out into that 307, 308, possibly 309 area. And then if we start to fade back around, I'm just going to completely get out of the trade. If somehow we do gap down and we lose this 50 SMA and start trading below 302, I'm just going to cut the trade. Wash my hands with the trade because you can see here we held it 1, 2, 3 times. And if we were to lose it again on the second day here, we do potentially have more room down to this channel line here at around 298. So my best advice, if you are holding any longs overnight, if we gap up or we do have any sort of green move off the open, look to quickly within 20 minutes to 1 hour right off the bell, look to sell into that strength before we sort of fade back down. Right now, the futures, again, very, very early on the futures. It's only 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Futures are up about 50 points, so I could see a slight green open, maybe even a little gap up on particular stocks. Just sell those long positions into that, kind of just dial it down a little bit going into the rest of the week here. There's no rush. Things look very, very good going forward into 2022, especially for the NASDAQ 100 stocks. But just kind of want to give you guys my overview and my inside thought process on what I see going on with the triple Qs today. Very, very healthy. $397 to $401. I like that range. If we can continue to hold that and not lose, meaning close below $397, hold that 400, hold that $401 area. Completely bullish for a next leg up, taking out all-time highs going into January. So that's when stocks are going to really start to get aggressive, especially in the NASDAQ 100 stocks. And then maybe we can get some of these small caps to get pulled up as well. Guys, if you want to join my Discord, that link is down in the description box, completely free to join. I do also have a paid couple of private channels in there where I do daily watch list. I kind of do some trainings in there, do some one-on-one coaching as well. Any questions I'll ask during market hours, or any questions you ask during market hours, I will answer them to the best of my ability. Also, subscribe to my channel, throw me a like and comment, and I will see you guys all on the next video.